What's going on, plugins? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what happened to Shareef O'Neal and what's his chances of making an NBA roster. Before we get into this video, make sure you drop a like, and if you're new here, sub to the channel. Now let's get into the video. Shareef O'Neal is the son of Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal. So Shareef was born to be a basketball player. Even though growing up, he never wanted to play basketball. Shareef O'Neal was a talented player coming out of high school. It was a lot of hype surrounding him. It seems like people are forgetting how good he was. This man was a walking double-double. Great on-ball defender, shot blocker, very athletic, could jump out the gym and make tough shots. He was a 4-star prospect and was ranked 32 in the 2018 class. In his first 3 years of high school, he was a decent player, but not a star. When he was a junior, he started making big strides, but he wasn't showing that superstar potential. Then his senior year came and he went off. He proved a lot of doubters wrong this season. During his senior season, he was averaging 27.6 points and 17.3 rebounds. Those are some monster numbers for a high school prospect. And he led Crossroads to their first state championship since 1997. And in the state championship game, he dropped 29 points, 17 rebounds, and 5 blocks. That goes to show you how talented he was and how much potential he could have at the next level. At this point, he had so many D1 offers and he could go to any college he wanted to. He committed to Arizona, but decommitted because of an FBI investigation with DeAndre Ayton. So instead, he committed to UCLA. Shareef's basketball career was looking bright, but then things took a turn for the worse. In some practices before his freshman season, he said he felt a weird sensation in his chest, so doctors made him wear a heart monitor. Turns out something was wrong with his heart and he needed open heart surgery. This was devastating for Shareef and his family and UCLA fans. He missed his entire freshman season at UCLA. He had to learn how to walk again, and he lost about 20 pounds. People were saying he would never play basketball again. This will forever change Shareef's basketball career. But this didn't stop Shareef's basketball dreams. He worked hard to get healthy, and eventually he was cleared to play basketball at UCLA after a few months. To get back in shape before college basketball, he decided to play in the Drew League. He was looking solid. He still had his bounce, very athletic, offensive and defensive game looked solid. He had a high motor and he didn't look fatigued at all. He was averaging 15 points and almost 10 rebounds. People assumed he would have no problems at UCLA because he was looking good in the Drew League, so everyone couldn't wait to see him play in college. When Shareef finally got to play at UCLA during his redshirt freshman season, things didn't go as planned. He only averaged 2.2 points per game and shot around 31% from the field and 2.9 rebounds. Those are not good stats at all. UCLA was barely playing him 10 minutes a game. He only appeared in 13 games. But he did have a season-high 17 minutes against Notre Dame, which he had 8 points, shooting 50% from the field, and 11 rebounds. That was the only bright spot for him at UCLA. I feel like UCLA should have gave him more minutes, because when they did for that one game against Notre Dame, he performed well. But maybe they were scared because he was just coming off a heart surgery and didn't want to give him too much too soon. So Shareef was frustrated with his playing time, and he announced he was going to transfer to LSU. That's where his father Shaq played when he was in college, and he had a great college basketball career. When he got to LSU, he was averaging 2.9 points and 2.1 rebounds. He did improve his field goal percentage, which was 56%. LSU wasn't using him as a wing player like he was at UCLA. He was mostly used as a big man. He was getting all his points in the paint. That's why his field goal percentage was so good. He was still a good rebounder and shot blocker, and was becoming a better shooter, but he was still on a minutes restriction. He only played in about 14 games with LSU, and he suffered a foot injury that made him miss a lot of games. At this point, Shareef's basketball career was going downhill. His luck just kept getting worse and worse when it came to college basketball, so he entered the transfer portal for a second time. This is where Shareef made a huge mistake. Instead of playing a few more years of college basketball, he decided to enter the 2022 NBA draft even though he wasn't ready. His father Shaq told him he wasn't ready for the NBA and told him he should stay in college so he can develop. But Shareef didn't want to take his advice and said he can make his own decisions. Shareef said he felt like he wasn't getting opportunities and wasn't feeling himself, and I do agree with that. UCLA and LSU wasn't giving him a lot of minutes and wasn't putting him in the best position on the court to make an impact. They could have ran the offense through him a little so he can showcase his talents. He should have transferred to a college where they would play him a lot of minutes and made him the focal point of the offense. I was hoping Shareef would transfer to Texas Southern University so he can play with his brother Shareef O'Neal. That would have been fun to watch in college and would would have been a nice story, and they could have entered the NBA draft at the same time. But anyways, before the NBA draft, he got invited to the G League Elite Camp, and this opened a lot of doors for him, and NBA teams are reaching out to him for team workouts. At this point, he had a chance to get drafted, or at least get signed to a summer league team. He went undrafted in the 2022 NBA draft, but the Lakers signed him to their summer league team. Many people on social media said he only got this opportunity because of his father Shaq, and that might be true, but maybe the Lakers wanted to see if he had potential. The Lakers have nothing to lose at this point, and they need players. They even signed Scottie Pippen Jr. to their summer league team. Shareef took full advantage of his opportunity and played well. He also showed at times that he's nowhere near NBA ready and needs time to develop, but overall in the 4 games, he played well for the Lakers in the summer league, and he showed potential that one day he could be an NBA player. Now that the summer league is over, he's going to have to wait and see if a team's going to offer him a contract or not. Shareef is 6'10" and has a body frame that would translate to the NBA. He has potential to be an elite defender with his length, and he can be a decent offensive player. On offense, he can get second chance points because he's a good rebounder, and he's elite when it comes to finishing at the rim. The biggest thing Shareef needs to do right now is get reps. He barely played in college. He only played 4 games in the summer league. He needs to play in the G League or overseas so he can get more comfortable on the court. He needs to be playing as much basketball as possible, so hopefully a team gives him an opportunity. Getting signed to an NBA Summer League team is letting him know that his basketball career is moving in the right direction. When Shareef was having bad games in the Summer League, people were trying to clown him on social media and saying he's not good, but people need to realize everything Shareef went through before he got to this point. Shareef was a very good basketball player in high school, and ever since the heart condition, he hasn't been the same. Fans need to stop being so quick to write him off because he wasn't looking elite in Summer League. So if Shareef blocks out the noise, stays positive, and keeps working on his craft, he will end up on the NBA roster one day. Shareef has been dealt some bad luck in his basketball career. He had to get heart surgery, went to 2 colleges and barely played, but through it all, he came out the storm on top. So I'm wishing him nothing but the best moving forward, and hopefully makes it to the NBA. That's it for this video, plugins. If you made it this far, make sure you drop a like on the video and sub to the channel. Do you think Shareef O'Neal would get signed to an NBA team? And is he good enough to be an NBA player? Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Make sure y'all turn on post notifications so y'all know when I post. If y'all like these type of videos, let me know in the comments. I might start doing more What Happened To videos, so y'all let me know if y'all like them in the comments. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.